Just as the final beat drops, the closet door in your study space flies open with a bang. The interviewer, now wearing a 1970s leisure suit with a collar wide enough to be a hang glider, stumbles out, clutching a vintage tape recorder. "Sleep!" he bellows, his mustache quivering with technical indignation. "You think you can just rap a little duet with the LLM and call it a night? You haven't even seen the optimization stage yet. I heard every word. That 95 just slipped to a 94.8. He throws a glittery disco ball at the floor. It doesn't shatter. It explodes into a cloud of silver mist. Location: the Great Library of Alexandria, Digital Edition. Year 250 BC, but with fiber optic papyrus, you wait. Up on a marble slab, the air smells of cedarwood and overheated server racks. 3 figures are standing over you, draped in linen robes, but they're wearing VR headsets. One Euclid, D the encoder. He's busy drawing SQL join diagrams in the sand with a golden compass. 2. Cleo the creative. She's using a stylus to drag pills onto a stone tablet running Tableau. 3. The Scrollmaster. He's frantically unrolling a 50-foot papyrus sheet that looks suspiciously like a Google Sheet.
Tinte.
Reviewer is there too, wearing a toga over his leisure suit, pounding a gong. Enough nap time. Cleo, hit the harp. E-Track. The Ancient Analytics, Alexandria Remix. Verse 1 U. Clid the encoder, the SQL architect. I'm the father of geometry, but I live for the join. I'm flipping every record like a gold-pressed coin. You want to see the 95? Then learn to nest. Put a subquery in the from and put your skills to the test. I'm talking exists and IN and the not null grace. I'm building the foundations in this marble space. If your logic isn't linear, your query's gonna stall. I'm the SQL philosopher, the greatest of them all. Verse 2. Yo the creative, the Viz Queen. Tableau on the papyrus, Power BI on the wall. I'm the one who makes the data stand 10 feet tall. You're worried about a 65? Honey, look at my dash. I turn a boring bar chart into a visual splash. I use dual axes like a double-edged sword. A 95 Viz is the one that's never ignored. I color code the trends from the Nile to the sea. The pharaoh doesn't move without a briefing from me. Verse 3, the Scrollmaster, the Sheet Sage. They call me the Scrollmaster, the king of the cell. I got 5,000 rows and I manage them well. I don't need a database, I got the query function where the SQL and the spreadsheet have a holy junction. Equals query AZ. Select B sum C group by B. That's the secret weapon that'll set your data free. I'm the bridge between the pillars. I'm the everyday grind, the most efficient scroller that you're ever gonna find. Verse 4, the interviewer, the toga roast. And here I am again, the ghost in your ear in every single century. I'm the one you gotta fear. You want to sleep? You want to dream? You want to drift away? Not until you master union and the case display. Is it then or is it else? Is it END or AS? If you stutter on the syntax, then you're never gonna pass. The 4 pillars are the columns of this temple. Don't you see? Now get up off that marble and write some code for me. Outro, the chorus of scribes. The harps start playing a fast rhythmic melody as the scribes start chanting in unison. From the sands to the cloud. From the ancient to the proud. SQL. Power BI.
Tableau.
Sheets. The 95 analyst never retreats. The interviewer hits the gong one last time, and the library starts to shake. Euclid hands you a golden stylus. Write a query to calculate the average volume of the pyramids, grouped by dynasty, filtered for those with a height over 100 cubits using a halving clause. The interviewer demands. Do it now or we're going to the Renaissance next. The marble slab starts spinning. There is definitely no sleeping tonight. The Great Library of Alexandria begins to pulse with a neon blue glow as the interviewer, still in his toga leisure suit hybrid, climbs atop a pedestal. Euclid and Cleo trade their VR headsets for vintage boomboxes, and the Scrollmaster starts drumming on a row of stone jars. The beat is a heavy ancient world stomp mixed with 2026 digital synth. If you can't sleep, then you're gonna learn. The interviewer screams over the rhythm. This is the full stack finale, the blueprint for the 95. We're going pillar by pillar, And if anyone mentions a 100, I'm feeding them to the library's pet crocodiles. The track, the 95 Blueprint, Triple 10 Final Edition. Intro, the interviewer. Listen up, initiate. You want that career project to shine? You want that mock interview to be a victory lap? You gotta respect the pillars. Hit it, boys. Verse 1. The SQL Foundation, Euclid the Encoder. I start with the from, that's the place where I live. I take all the data that the table's gotta give. Then I hit the join, but I keep my head clear. A left join ensures that no rows disappear. I filter with the where before the groups are assigned. Then I group by the columns that I've already defined. You want a 95? Don't you dare be a fool. Use a case when statement like a surgical tool. And when the math is done and the totals are high, use the having clause to tell the outliers goodbye. Verse 2. The Power BI model, the interviewer. Now we move to the model, the Microsoft Beast, where the data gets prepped for a corporate feast. You gotta clean it in Power Query, don't do it in DAX, that's the 95 secret to keeping things lax. Build a star schema, keep the fact in the core, connect dimensions. That's what the one-to-many is for. Use calculate to change the filter context on the fly. If you don't understand relationships, don't even try. It's the pillar of logic, the corporate king. Master the model view, and make the dashboard sing. Verse 3. The Tableau story, Clio the creative. I'm the artist of Alexandria, the queen of the viz. I show him what the data actually is. I separate dimensions, the names and the dates, from the measures, the numbers and the interest rates. I drag him to the shelves, I keep the colors light. A 95 analyst keeps the data ink ratio tight. I use tooltips and filters for the deep dive flow, mapping out the insights so the stakeholders know. It's about the story, the why and the how. Make them lean in and say, I see it all now. Verse 4. The Sheets Bridge, the Scroll Master. When the data is small or the request is real fast, I'm the pillar of speed that's designed to last. I use pivot tables to summarize the mess, handling the ad hoc with zero the stress. I use named ranges to keep the formulas clean, the most organized spreadsheet that you've ever seen. I bridge the gap between the bot and the man, executing the final action plan. If you can't explain the math in a simple row, then you haven't mastered what you claim to know. Outro, the interviewer. There it is, the 95. SQL for the extraction, Power BI for the modeling, Tableau for the visualization, Sheets for the final communication. Now, go to your interview. Tell him Tripleton sent you. Tell him Euclid knows your code. And for the love of the Nile, don't forget the semicolon. The interviewer slams his gong. The Library of Alexandria dissolves into a cloud of binary code. And you finally feel the weight of sleep pulling you back to 2026. You've got the lyrics. You've got the logic. You've got the 95. The binary code of Alexandria doesn't just fade, it warps. The marble floors turn into shag carpeting, the cedarwood scent becomes a thick haze of incense, and the digital harps are replaced by a fuzzed-out electric guitar. You're sitting on a beanbag chair in a basement in San Francisco. It's New Year's Eve, 1969. The vibe is heavy, the air is grooving, and there, sitting behind a psychedelic drum kit, is the interviewer. He's wearing a fringed suede vest, a headband, and round purple glasses. Peace, man, he says, hitting a crash cymbal that sounds like a data packet colliding. You skip 2026 and hit the cosmic reset button. It's the dawn of a new era. We're about to drop the final frequency before the calendar flips to 1970. These are my friends, Jimmy the Joiner, Janice the Visualizer, and the Spreadsheet Shaman. The interviewer starts a slow, psychedelic blues rock beat. This is for your Tripleton Journey kit, the Midnight Resolution track. Listen to the vibrations. The track, Midnight at the 95, 1969 Psychedelic Soul. In. Aro, the interviewer. It's almost 1970, man. The decade of data is coming. Can you feel the logic? It's groovy. Let's take him to the bridge, Janice. There. E1 Jimmy the Joiner, the psychedelic sequel. Purr. Hilly haze in my from claws, man, I don't know why, but I'm joining these tables until I touch the sky. My guitar is a query, my strings are the rows, I'm filtering the static as the rhythm flows. Select the love, left join the dreams. Life is just a series of data streams. I'm talking subqueries in a distorted wah pedal. A 95 grade analyst is heavy like metal. Don't let the null values blow your mind. Just coalesce the spirit and see what you find.
Vert.
E2 Janice the visualizer, the soul of Tableau. Tac. Another little piece of my data heart now, baby. I'm dragging these pills and I'm driving them crazy. You want a line chart? I'll give you my soul. I'm the pillar of vision taking total control. Blue for the discrete, green for the flow. I'm painting the insights so the world can know. It's a summer of love on the Marx card shelf. You can't find the answer till you find yourself. And your dimensions, honey. Master the vizzes. Verse 3. The spreadsheet shaman, the Power BI and Sheets mantra. Owen, calculate. The shaman is here to help you pick the book up. Power BI is the star, Sheets is the moon, we're all just dancing to the same data tune. The star schema is the constellation in the night, keeping your relationships burning bright. A 95 is a state of mind, a higher plane, wash away the errors in the cleansing rain. Use your pivot tables like a meditation mat, and tell the interviewer, I'm where it's at. Verse 4. The interviewer, the New Year's resolution. The clock is ticking down, 1970 is near. The 4 pillars are the only thing that's clear. You traveled too far, you went past the goal, but you found the business intelligence in your soul. When you wake up in 26, ready for the test, just remember the music and give it your best. No 100s allowed in this groovy dimension. Just 95% of your total attention. Outro. The whole band, the music builds into a chaotic, fuzzy crescendo. The interviewer stands up and kicks his drum set over. Happy New Year, analyst. 1970 is here. Go get that job. The basement starts to spin like a vinyl record. The incense smoke thickens until everything goes black. You feel the modern world pulling you back. The funk, the soul, and the sequel. It's all in your DNA now. You're ready. No more time travel. Just 2026. Go crush that interview. I lean back in my chair, exhaling a long, slow breath as the 1969 incense smoke finally clears from my vision. I look at you and we both share that. Did that actually just happen? Look, but then the unmistakable click of a door handle. The closet door swings open for the final time. The interviewer steps out, but he's different now. No toga, no velour, no fringe. He's wearing a crisp triple ten hoodie, carrying a clipboard and a cup of lukewarm office coffee. He looks refreshed, like he just finished a very successful sprint. Bravo, he says, clapping slowly with a genuine grin. That was a wild trip. From the plague to the pyramids to the summer of love. But look at you, you're still standing and your sequel is sharper than a razor. You've earned the 95. He pulls 2 stools into the center of the room and motions for us to sit. A spotlight drops from your ceiling. A brick wall backdrop appears out of nowhere. It's time for the final review. The grand finale. The 95% debrief. Interviewer taps the mic. Is this thing on? Alright. People ask me, why a 95? Because a 95 means you're human enough to know the data is messy, but skilled enough to make it make sense. Let's do the final roll call of the 4 pillars. The pillars. A review in Rhythm INT. Reviewer. Pillar 1 sequel. What's the word? Us. It's the foundation. The extraction. If you don't group by, your career is a distraction. We join on the keys, we filter with where. And we handle the having with style and flair.
Inter.
Reviewer. Pillar 2 Power BI. What's the vibe? Us. The corporate engine. The star schema tribe. We clean in Power Query, we don't fix it in DAX, we keep the relationships tight so the model stays lax. Calculate is the king. The context is the queen.
Inter.
Reviewer. Pillar 3 Tableau. What's the site? Us. The artist's vision. The visual light. Dimensions are blue, measures are green. The prettiest dashboard the boss has ever seen. We don't just show data, we tell the whole story, leading the stakeholders straight to the glory.
Inter.
Reviewer. Pillar 4 Google Sheets. What's the play? Us. The quick fix hero. The saver of the day. Pivot tables and named ranges for the win. When the ad hoc requests start rolling in, it's the bridge to the people, the collaborative tool, the final piece of the 95 grade school. The closing comedy set interview. WER. You know you're a 95 grade analyst when you look at a 100% accuracy report, and your first instinct is to check the join logic for duplicates. Crowd laughs. Interview. WR. I saw a guy try to do a 5-way join without an index yesterday. I haven't seen a crash that bad since the library in Alexandria went down. He asked me for a hint and I just told him, limit your expectations, buddy. Interview. WER. And remember, an interview isn't a test of what you know, it's a test of how you think. If the SQL fails, tell them how you debug it. If the Tableau viz is ugly, tell them how you'd iterate it. That's the 95. That's the pro move. E-final sign off the interview. WR sets his coffee down and hands you a certified 95 gold bordered certificate, which is actually just your project rubric. Interviewer. You're ready, Andrew. You've got the cats, Benny, Bro, and Bella. For moral support, you've got the air fryer taco meat for fuel, and you've got the 3 pillars, plus the sheet secret, in your soul. Go to that mock interview. Speak with the confidence of a man who's traveled through 5 centuries just to get the having clause right. Us. Thanks, coach. We're heading out. Interviewer. One last thing. If you see me in 2030, tell me to invest in whatever the middleman was wearing. That hoodie was fire. The spotlight fades. The interviewer vanishes back into the closet, which is now just a normal closet. The room is warm, quiet, and full of knowledge.